Hello, I'm Andrew Pritchard. Thank you for watching today's Canada Regional Forecast, brought to you by Nutrien Ag Solutions. We'll start by looking at soil moisture and soil moisture change expected over the next 9 days, and we're still dealing with mostly dry conditions across the Canadian prairies, and the forecast for the next 9 to 10 days is for that to continue to dry out a little bit as we deal with a mostly dry to near average pattern over the next 5 to 10 days across the Canadian prairies. Looking at the soil moisture difference from average, this is a satellite-derived product. Again, we see the heart of that drier area here right across southern Saskatchewan into southern Manitoba, still dealing with drier conditions across southern Alberta, but slightly closer to average in those regions as you head off to the west. So you'll check back in with the drought monitor again. This came out last week, so this is something I showed you in your Friday update. And we see that area of D3 extreme drought beginning to pop up around Saskatoon and Regina, and then also across northern Alberta as well. We'll go ahead, we'll look at the next week, the precipitation forecast from the GFS ensemble model here, the precipitation anomaly. And again, we're looking at another week of near average to slightly drier than average precipitation across the Canadian prairies, perhaps some higher precipitation totals across the Front Range there in southwestern Alberta, but across the board, looking like another dry-ish week across the Canadian prairies. Some opportunities for precipitation. We'll cover that here in just a moment. The temperature forecast for the next 5 days, this takes us through June 15th. Looking at warmer than average conditions here across the west in Alberta and western Saskatchewan, and then trending towards cooler than average as you head over towards Manitoba and eastern Saskatchewan, closer to average, dealing with a really cool pattern across the central and eastern United States where it's much cooler and less humid than it has been over the last 2 to 3 weeks, if not a little bit longer, as we deal with a very different regime than we've seen over the last month or so. The temperature forecast for the 5 days that follow, that would be June 16th through June 20th. Still dealing with warmer temperatures off to the west across Alberta and parts of Saskatchewan, closer to average to slightly below average as you head towards the east across southern Manitoba and southeastern Saskatchewan. Checking in with the satellite now on Tuesday morning. We'll go ahead and we'll loop this across the Canadian prairies right here. Seeing a mixed bag right now, pockets of cloudiness and pockets of precipitation falling underneath those clouds across parts of the prairie region here. A larger area of showers here across parts of southeastern Saskatchewan into southern Manitoba, stretching eastward towards Winnipeg. Another area of showers and perhaps some thunderstorms dropping southeastward towards Saskatoon. And also seeing some very light showers falling across the Front Range here in parts of western Alberta. That all in response to a large trough here that we see across the central United States. Also seeing a big ridge over western Canada, but on the leading edge there of this longer wave, we're seeing some rising motion kicking off some of those showers. Now this ridge is going to begin to flatten out as we head into the middle and later parts of the week. And we'll be watching for some subtle short waves embedded within that flatter flow to bring the opportunities for some scattered showers and storms to the prairie region. We'll go ahead and we'll take a look at that. We'll click through time once I get the little scroller bar to pop up, which there it is. Starting with what we saw just a moment ago, this is Tuesday afternoon, dealing with that ridge over western Canada, over the Pacific Northwest, dealing with some scattered precipitation across the Canadian prairies. Nothing substantial, no severe weather, no pockets of very heavy rain, just some scattered areas of showers and perhaps some thunderstorms. So we head through the next 24 hours, getting us into Wednesday afternoon. Now we're starting to see that ridge begin to weaken a little bit. Still there, holding on fairly strong. And that's keeping us dry across the Canadian prairies here through Wednesday. Getting into Thursday now, we're starting to see that ridge flatten out as that trough begins to continue to deepen and sink into the eastern United States. But here's what I'm talking about now. This flatter flow and these embedded pockets of faster winds within the jet stream. Those are short waves that we call shortwave troughs sometimes, but little short waves embedded within the flow. And those can kick off scattered areas of showers and storms this time of year. So that would be Thursday. Going into Thursday evening now, seeing potentially some scattered showers and storms. It looks like primarily across northern Alberta into central Saskatchewan. Then we'll head through the next 24 hours, taking us into Friday. This is when we have some better opportunities for precipitation across parts of the Canadian prairies here. We get into Friday afternoon, Friday evening. This is the short wave that we're watching now, parked over southern Alberta, heading into southern Saskatchewan. And that could kick off some showers and storms across that same region here, parts of Alberta into parts of Saskatchewan as we talk about the day on Friday. Getting into Friday evening and Friday overnight, still dealing with perhaps some of those showers and storms across southern Saskatchewan. So that would be good news, bring some rain into the area. As we head into the weekend, this is now Saturday evening. Still watching little pockets here, a little shortwave now across, again, southern Alberta and southern Saskatchewan. Another shortwave across northern Alberta, responsible for some shower and storm activity, again, kind of stretching from northwest to southeast across Alberta and Saskatchewan. Some precipitation possible in southern Manitoba, but it does look like it'll be more of a Saskatchewan and Alberta play as we talk about these scattered showers and thunderstorms. Heading into the later part of the weekend now, we're getting into Sunday evening. Still watching this little shortwave here, responsible for some showers and storms across Saskatchewan, and now getting into Manitoba as we talk about Sunday, stretching south across the border into the Dakotas. Also seeing some precipitation possible in the Front Range here in southern Alberta on Sunday evening. We'll go ahead, we'll zoom in now. We'll talk about total precipitation forecast for Alberta. We'll go through, click through time with this one, talking about the day on Tuesday. Again, seeing some scattered pockets of very light rain shower activity, perhaps a rumble or two of thunder. Getting into Wednesday evening now. And now Thursday, starting to see more scattered showers and thunderstorms developing across the region. This begins to pick up again on Friday as that shortwave moves through the region, but remaining scattered in nature. You know, we're still not dealing with a pattern where we're seeing widespread soaking rains or widespread severe weather. We're talking about pockets of showers and storms producing perhaps upwards of an inch in some of the higher areas. But the southern prairies here, some of the southern Alberta, perhaps missing out entirely, if not seeing just maybe a trace of precipitation taking us through Friday evening. This is for the rest of the work week here, Tuesday through Friday. Precipitation, mostly light, mostly scattered in nature. Here's that total precipitation forecast now taking us again through 7 p.m. on Friday, with the lighter totals across the southern portions of Alberta there, and perhaps scattered totals upwards of an inch across central Alberta through the next 3 days. Your high temperature forecast in Alberta, close to 20 degrees in most areas on Tuesday, warming up on Wednesday with mid to upper 20s possible across the region. Those warmer temperatures get shunt off to the south just a little bit for your Thursday high temperatures near 30 degrees in southern Alberta, where it remains mostly dry. And heading into the day on Friday, and then Saturday, temperatures returning, high temperatures right in the lower 20s across Alberta on Saturday afternoon. We'll look off to the east now, talking about Saskatchewan and Manitoba. We'll do the same thing. We'll take the forecast for precipitation here for the next 3.5 days, taking us all the way through Friday evening. As we head through the day on Tuesday, getting into Tuesday evening, again, remember those just scattered showers, maybe a rumble of thunder, bringing some light precipitation to parts of southern and central Saskatchewan, maybe a light shower in parts of southwestern Manitoba. Heading through the day on Wednesday, again, very light precipitation possible. We get a little bit more, a little heavier in nature as we get to Thursday and Friday with that shortwave moving through the area. Here's your Thursday afternoon and Thursday evening precipitation, some scattered showers and thunderstorms possible across northern and central Saskatchewan. And then as we head into the day on Friday, this is when the better opportunity for more widespread showers and storms begins to move into the region. But again, falling north really of the prairie region here, some of these showers and storms falling across central and northern Saskatchewan, and then again just far southwestern Manitoba perhaps picking up on some of that shower activity, but we're talking about less than half of an inch in most cases here. The heavier pockets here perhaps an inch or two across north central Saskatchewan, taking us again through 7 p.m. on Friday as we watch that shortwave trough or a pair of shortwave troughs move across the southern prairie region. Your total forecast then, this again through Friday evening, showing you the scattered nature and the drier nature across the southern regions here of the Canadian prairie region. Looking at the high temperature forecast for the next 5 days, just to finish out, high temperatures near 20s across, near 20 degrees across the Canadian prairie region here of Saskatchewan and Manitoba. Here's your Wednesday high temperature forecast, and then Thursday, warmest of the week, as that warmer temperatures begin to push into the Saskatchewan and Manitoba region, with high temperatures near 30 degrees on Thursday afternoon. Friday subsiding just a little bit, upper 20s across southern Saskatchewan and Manitoba, and then your high temperatures on Saturday, just to finish us out, mid 20s in southern Saskatchewan, upper teens to near 20 degrees in southern Manitoba for this day Saturday. As always, Eric Snodgrass will have an in-depth look at the evolution of the next 1 to 2 weeks in our Thursday morning ag forecast video. And I'll have your next Canada regional forecast right here midday on Friday. Have a wonderful day.